Today we are exploring. At first glance, it feels like a city still trying to reinvent itself in real time. Is it? Rising above the skyline are the famous Marilyn Monroe Towers. Officially called the Absolute World Towers, they became known for their twisting design, curving higher and higher into the sky, unlike anything else around them. But we're not really here for the buildings. We're following the feeling of the city itself, the movement, the noise, the people trying to figure things out while life keeps moving around them. There's a moment that starts happening quietly as you get older, not during birthdays, not during funerals. No, it usually happens doing something forgettable. And suddenly you realize something uncomfortable. That you had spent a large part of your life believing the real version of it hadn't started yet. But it did. It's in the energy. It's in the stories. It's about the people who are all around us, moving through the same spaces, unknowingly becoming part of each other's lives for just a moment in time. Every passing phase carries its own story, and somehow all of these stories meet here under the same lights. For many people, this is the center of social life. Teenagers meet here after school. Families spend entire weekends. Friends gather late into the evening. Modern malls have quietly become indoor cities. Places people come not only to shop, but to feel connected to something larger than themselves for a little while. Climate-controlled human migration zones powered entirely by caffeine, sales, and emotional avoidance. Humanity really looked at loneliness and thought, maybe a smoothie and new sneakers will finally solve this feeling. Bold strategy. But beneath the storefront lights, is the advertisements telling people to reinvent themselves. Go ahead, get dirty. Meanwhile, real life continues in the background. Conversations overlap softly between shelves lined with soaps and perfume. Employees greet strangers with practiced warmth, while music drifts through the air like a temporary escape from the noise outside. For a few minutes, people slow down here. They stop rushing. They smell different fragrances, test creams against their hands, laugh with friends, and disappear into tiny moments of calm hidden inside the chaos of the mall. And maybe that's what places like this really sell. Not products, not colors, not perfume, just the feeling that life can still be soft for a moment before the outside world starts moving again. Life keeps happening without asking for permission, then onto another space. The noise of the mall rushes back in. Footsteps echo through the hallways as crowds drift from one store to another, each person following their own invisible routine. Some people are shopping, some are just passing time. Others are escaping loneliness for a little while by surrounding themselves with movement, conversation, and noise. The deeper you walk through places like this, the more you realize malls were never only about buying things. They became gathering places for modern life, somewhere between a city square and a temporary refuge from the outside world. Every hallway carries different emotion at the same time. People searching for comfort, distraction, purpose, or simply a place to feel a little less alone. Without the excitement, not through exhaustion, but through connection. And right in the middle of all the movement, delicate flowers and butterflies stand almost frozen in place, like a quiet reminder that softness still exists. Somewhere beneath the endless rhythm of the city, here we are. And right in the middle of all of this, a bookstore. The atmosphere shifts again. The noise softens. Friends lean in against railings, laughing about something that probably won't matter tomorrow. The smell of the coffee fills the air. People sit in restaurants watching strangers pass by, while conversations rise and fall softly in the background. Some are catching up after long days. Some are celebrating something small. Some are simply sitting together in comfortable silence. Inside these restaurants, everything becomes louder and brighter again. Music, laughter, clattering plates. The smile of loved ones. There's music, laughter, glowing signs, overlapping conversations, blending into the energy of the night. And here you are with your loved ones, enjoying life, moments, smiles. For a little while, the outside worlds fade into the background. The strange thing about restaurants is, in the middle of all this chaos and consumption, they still become places where people reconnect, vent, laugh, celebrate, and quietly create memories without even realizing it. Because the moments that matter rarely look important while they're happening. Someone laughing so hard they can't breathe. Friends sitting around a table long after the food is finished because nobody wants the night to end yet. At the time, these moments barely register. You assume life is somewhere else, somewhere bigger, somewhere more cinematic. But one day you realize these ordinary evenings were the life, not the rehearsal for it, not the waiting room before something meaningful begins. This was it. The food, the conversation, the noise, the people beside you, the ordinary nights you thought you'd always have again. And maybe that's why places like this feel strangely emotional sometimes. Because somewhere between the warm lights, the background music, the crowded tables, and the city glowing quietly outside the windows, people are unknowingly building memories they'll spend years trying to visit in their minds later. Till next time, see you again soon. Enjoy the view. It's mine. Ciao.